Missed jumpers. Check out this wild finish from Ben Simmons last night, Paul.
Let me see this.
Look.
Ooh.
I mean, he doesn't even need a jumper if he can do that. Come on.
Man, he's one of the best in the league around the basket with either hand. This is incredible.
Force with either hand. I caught that, by the way.
Yeah.
You think he should switch
I don't
shooting
know if
hands?
he's right or left-handed, truthfully.
Well, it's good to be both, right?
Yeah, he's very ambidextrous.
Yep.
When you can do this,
yes.
Why can you not shoot from the outside?
Surround him with the proper shooters.
I was going to say, if he was surrounded with more shooting and Joel Embiid, you don't have to take Joel Embiid off the team, but just maybe stack up more shooting.
I don't know where that idea
Ben Simmons is awesome.
Right?
Why can't he shoot from distance at all?
But
well, he can. Paul and I are talking
He's
about
saving
this.
it for the playoffs, I'm telling you. I just saw him make 10 in a row.
I was going to say, we have seen him during warm-ups. Make Debo. This happened the other night, but we had to bring it back. All right, watch Cam Reddish.
Man, give me this.
Just rip the ball from Evan Fournier.
That's called the Debo.
Woo! Boom. Good music, thank you. And of course he remembers Giannis.
Give me that.
Right? Zion took it away from him the other night. Do the rookies need to chill, or are they just making themselves heard?
These rookies is coming in like with an attitude.
Remember the Colin Sexton crazy eyes?
The first part of that sequence makes me cry, though,
right?
because it's on the Magic and they're wearing those weird orange uniforms.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
You had Cam, Zion.
This doesn't happen too often where somebody just give me just a snatch steal. Usually you take the ball like a snatch steal. How often does that happen?
There you go. Producer Danny, we got it in. Thank you.
I like it.
To the Pelicans for my favorite.
The baby.
Welcome back to The Jump. I'm Rachel Nichols alongside Nick Friedell, Paul Pierce, King Cake Baby. Let's talk about the Rockets. Russell Westbrook had himself another great game with 36 points, 10 rebounds in that win over Boston. Here's Russ on the Rockets' dynamic small ball lineup after the game. Take a listen.
I think allowing the paint and people 5 out is tough to guard, especially when I'm attacking and making plays and being able to do what I need to do to be effective.
All right, so Nick, have the Rockets figured out a way to maximize Westbrook after trading for him over the summer?
Rach, Russ has been much better for Houston than I thought he was going to be. He's fit. It's working. I just look at that team, and even with the small ball stuff, I go, I feel like I've seen this movie before. A great year offensively in the regular season. They have moments where you go, yes, they can put it all together. But in the end, as I watch them, do I really believe that they can come all the way out of the West? I do not.
No, I mean.
But look at what, about Westbrook.
The Rockets have figured out, and that's why they went all in with the trade, but Westbrook has figured out how to make it work. Because
absolutely.
He's like, look, I know what my strength is right now. It's attacking the basket. He's the best in the league. He's the best guard at attacking the rim in the league.
So look at the way he's reduced his three-point attempts. That's really, to me, the number that sticks out, the bottom line of that table there. Because, look, we know that he is capable of change. He changed his game at times in Oklahoma City, but this was one thing that they really could not get him to stop doing, is chucking up those threes when his efficiency was low. And something has clicked. I don't know if we credit Mike D'Antoni. I don't know if we credit Russ. Obviously capable of going out and doing what he wants to do in a basketball court, but taking fewer threes has meant such a shift for his efficiency and the
field goal
team's
percentage. He is dominant right now. I mean, there's not a better player going to the rim. I mean, what, Russ? You know, you get to an age when you in the league and you try to say, all right, I'm going to figure out how to be different. As I get older, I'm going to find different ways to be effective. And Russ has figured it out. Listen, my shot is not up to par right now, so I'm going to take advantage of all my strengths. And that's his athleticism and getting to the bucket, and he's the best of the league at doing that.
And you have to give him all the credit to me, Rach, because he's the one that knows that those threes weren't going down early.
Right.
And no matter who was telling him, he's got to be the guy that makes that decision on the floor. So for him to acknowledge what wasn't working and to move forward closer to what is, that's on him.
Right. And look, I do want to get back to the point you brought up earlier. The smaller ball strategy, there is a question of whether that will wear the Rockets players out. You said you've seen this movie before with the Rockets. James Harden specifically has gone so hard at times during the regular season. And look, we all appreciate that work ethic, but he has seemed worn out sometimes during the playoffs. They've decided, you know, they've talked a lot about reducing his load. Russell certainly coming in has reduced James's load. But Paul, when a team plays all small ball all the time, It does wear on you, especially defensively. The Warriors didn't go to the death lineup for the full game. They saved it more toward the end of games. What do you think?
Well, this is what you got to understand. When they're small, they're not fighting through screens, fighting off down screen. They're switching a lot of things. And so, like for me, when I had to fight through screens, fight through down screen, that wore me down.
Right.
When they're small ball, they're switching everything. And they're like, shoot, we're going to be scrappy. We're going to play to our strengths. And offensively, we're going to play downhill. And so I don't think it'll wear them down. I think it's going to wear the other team down before them.
Over the course of a series.
Over the course of a series or the course of a game, because they're speed now. They should be the fastest team in the league with this lineup, the way Russ is pushing it. And now he's taking pressure off of Harden. Now when Harden has those playoff games where he's not the James Harden we know, Russ can be that guy. So I like what they're doing.
They can switch roles.
Yes.
That is going to be crucial. I think we're so sensitive in the league right now to how many minutes and how hard are guys going. We're not watching guys play 40-plus minutes every time on a back-to-back. Plus, early in the year, they've been very cautious with how they use Russ.
Well, sure, yes.
So they knew that they were getting him ready for 2 or 3 months from now.
He hasn't been playing back-to-backs.
Right.
Now, here's something funny, Paul. I'm with you. Gosh, they're so fast. They're so fast. When I watch them, this is a very small sample size since the trade.
Yes.
Their pace has actually decreased since that Covington-Capella trade, but I would expect later on for it to.
It just seems so fast with Russ out there.
Feels fast.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports analysis and highlights, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.